That'll work.
We're live on the internet.
Live on the internet. I
We
have to
made
remember
it.
the number 36.
37?
That's not 36.
I'm an irritation, and it brings me joy.
Cheeky, cheeky. I
I am
swear,
an
you
irritation.
guys.
This is my joy in life, being an irritation.
Things
I'm an
that
omni
run
crafter. Oh, my hair's in
constant.
the way. But I'm an omni crafter today. It seemed I meant to wear it for the whip sprints the other day, but I completely forgot. So you know what? We're talking about bingo card stuff, so I'll omni crafter.
We'll do it today. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I don't know who's coming into chat. Hopefully, you guys
We
are ready
have
for some bingo card wrap up fun.
we've got Asa and Sherry and Jen and Crafty Chemist and Raspberry and Knitting
Okay.
Purple and Tracy.
Knitting
Happy New
Purple. I
Year,
love that
everybody.
name so much.
We all love purple,
2022.
don't we? Is that just a thing? I feel like everybody just loves purple.
You know what's even better?
What?
My niece's boyfriend put purple at the top of his favorite colors. He would love to have a purple
Oh.
hat. Now, this is the boy that put on the toque and didn't take it off.
Oh. So, but what
I
shade
could
of
do him a
purple?
purple hat.
Like the
I'm
dark,
gonna
like
do
a plum purple?
I'm gonna do him a plum purple because that's a
Okay,
nice
or
rich
or
color.
like are we
Yeah.
talking like unicorn purple or plum purple?
I feel like we should ease him into the colors. Ease him into the colors. He didn't find my niece's sweater too bright and it's eye searing pink, so he'll be able to handle it just fine.
Huh? He
And
might
it
be a
means I have
keeper.
someone to knit hats for, which is amazing. God,
This is a
someone to
complete
knit
non
hats
sequitur, but
for.
my hair feels amazing today. I put on a hair mask last night. I was washing it out this morning. My hair feels so good today. I'm just gonna keep touching my hair, and I'm sorry. It's very distracting, I know, but it feels so good, and it smells so good, and I'm very happy right now.
Oh, I can tell.
Oh, and Sally's in chat too.
Um,
Happy New Year.
hey Sally, Happy New Year. Happy last day of 2022. I have some intense orange chocolate bar.
I forgot to grab snacks.
I
This is a
didn't.
shame.
I didn't.
I was
No,
having breakfast
admittedly,
10 minutes ago, so that's fine. I
so
probably
of
don't
course
need
you,
snacks.
of course you were. Oh, I know the perfect way to get you back for all your bugging of me.
Oh no, what?
Offered to do that interview live, which will have you up at 7 a.m. your time on a weekend. Because I mean,
I can do it. I've done it. Actually, I think I went down to. I did a radio thing. I feel like at like 6:30 in the morning one time in person.
yep,
It was like
I've done
some
that.
ungodly hour in the morning. I was back home in bed again before the sun was up.
Yep, I've done that.
I currently have two phones dinging on my desk. I need to learn. I got a new phone yesterday, but I
Yes.
need to learn how to put it in do not disturb mode. Please hold.
Why do you have two phones? Shouldn't you just have your new phone?
Because I haven't completely finished transferring everything and I've got all my two factor on my old phone still.
Okay, okay, that's fair. All right. That
Okay.
makes more sense.
Mostly it's the two factor, because that's a bit of a process to set up and I just haven't done it yet.
We're not even going to start with my opinions on two-factor authentication.
It's
We're not
good
doing
in a
it.
security standpoint. It's not good in an accessibility standpoint.
As in not at all accessible? Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
accurate.
yeah. But from a security standpoint, it's really good.
Which is fine, but if you're not accessible, then you're not worth the paper you're written on.
We'll figure it out. By
Uh-huh.
we, I mean other security researchers. They'll figure it out. Other smart people will figure it out.
Figure it
I will
out?
poke
Yeah.
the smart people until they figure it out.
Good plan. I like your plan. It involves less work for us.
Oh, Tammy's in chat. New Year's Eve cast on underway. Next year won't start anything until two projects done, so of course cast on one last one.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course, of
Oh,
course,
that
of
reminds
course,
me, I
of
need to
course.
wind yarn for our cast on tomorrow. My
You
one
do.
freebie cast on that doesn't
I
count.
don't. I don't, but that's because I have the yarn I'm using is an acrylic ball of yarn, so it doesn't need to be wound because it's already in the. You can
Yeah,
knit
I've
from
got
this ball shape.
I've got skeins, so I gotta wind those.
Ooh, yes. No, don't get me wrong. Should I be winding skeins? Absolutely. Should I be sorting stash? Absolutely. Should I be Murphy oiling my floors so that my floors are super fresh and my whole apartment's tidy and clean for the new year? Oh, you betcha. What am I going to do instead? I mean, the floors and the garbage will still happen, but the office won't get cleaned. The office won't get cleaned. I hope to find my ball winder sometime this week. That'll help out things. Do, do, do. Okay, so this is all for this coming year. Guys, we're going to talk our bingo cards. Been seeing all
Yeah.
these great bingo cards and I just want to share mine. And I'm like, no, wait, we're talking about it now. Don't share yet.
Don't share yet. Don't share yet. Okay, but we can
Don't
share
share
now.
yet. We could share
I
now.
So I actually I said I had managed to get nearly a full card, but then didn't actually get any bingos. That is
It's
a
true.
lie. I did actually get one single row,
Okay.
and because it was all about socks, and it had the
That
free
makes
space
sense.
in it.
That makes sense. I bombed big this year. So, like, the crafting one for fun, didn't even do anything on that. So, there's no point talking about that one. Because what I wrote down isn't what I worked on this year.
Funny how that goes.
So apparently, I am too restrictive with my bingo card choices, given how much a go with the flow kind of personality I am. So
A mood
I've
knitter,
made
if you
some
will.
changes. I am a mood knitter. Just
I
ask
should be
Ross. She's
knitting.
trying to convince
What
me
am I
to
doing?
finish a
What am I
shawl
doing with
pattern
my
I don't want
life?
to pick
Why am
up.
I not knitting?
I don't know what you're not doing in your life. I'm going to cast on. I need 36 stitches here. Once I
Ah, that's
can
what
give up
36
some
is for.
paper.
It's raining again. Good lord. It's
Well, you're the one who wanted Southern Ontario weather. I don't know why you're
Yeah,
complaining
but
to me about it.
this is weird even for here. Like this is we're sitting at it's the last day of December and we're sitting at 8 degrees and rain. The snow's gone. It was minus 30 with the wind chill a week ago.
Pedro, stop licking my socks.
There are
I
geese
understand they're
hanging
wool. Leave them
around.
alone.
Like
It's minus four,
I'm
6, 8.
just I am
Quick,
perplexed. I'm not
Jen, what's the
upset,
temperature? Is
but I
Jen
am
in chat?
perplexed.
What's the temperature today? Uh,
Dawn's trying really hard to finish up more whips before I cast on anything else, but I really want to cast on all the things.
minus
Yeah,
7
right?
for me. Look, here's my new mug.
Ooh. That
What's even
does look
better?
very
I'm
warm and cozy.
holding it in my left hand, and the label's out.
Nice. Left-handed cup with a white inside that's Jocelyn sized. Where'd you find where'd this magical cup come from?
The Walmart clearance section, it was 50% off, $3.29.
Perfect. Even
But I was
better.
like, how are you going to justify this? I'm like, A, it's white on the inside. B, it's my size. C, I can hold it in my left hand, and the freaking writing, which is cute. The reason you buy the mugs is visible, which isn't a normal thing. Usually, I have to hold my mugs in my right hand or like rotate them so that the print's visible.
Left-handed mugs. It's a thing.
So I was
Oh
delighted
yeah,
to
Tracy,
discover that.
we're absolutely having Vancouver weather here right now. It's so weird. I don't get it. I do not understand.
I objectively, I objectively denounce this weather.
I'm really not upset. I'm so confused. It's like green and stuff.
Okay, so why don't you go through your stuff and your bingo? Because I didn't get a bingo.
Okay. I can talk
And
about
I'm
my
going
one
to
bingo.
do a thing that's going to drive me nuts in like 2 hours. I'm going to stick these sock needles, because remember, sock duel, in the shawl just off screen with all the other needles that I have shoved in there. I have got to sort my needles, people. It's getting ridiculous. They're hanging off lamps, they're hanging off my microphone. It's
Oh, even
getting
if you just put
bonkers.
those all in one place, that'll be better.
I know. They're in 4 different locations. It's not assisting this process any.
Oh, Nikki's in chat, finishing her bingo card. And Rossa
Excellent.
cast on something new tonight after finishing a pair of socks, so I have 3 whips into 2023.
Yes, I
And
saw the
then,
finished socks. They look
yeah, those look
great.
great. 3 whips. I haven't had 3 whips in so long.
It's nobody's fault but your own. You don't work on
I
your
know.
stuff.
Oh, I know. Knitting Purple is not casting anything on until I finished a blanket and jumper. Nice.
I would never cast on in 2023 if I had that rule, so that's not going to fly. I might do the finish 2 cast on one,
Yeah,
which may
I'm
morph
gonna.
into the finish 1 cast on one when I get down to the projects where I'm still in the start mode for it, like the brioche hug. I'm going to count that as 2 FOs because I'm just past the ribbing at the base of the bottom up brioche sweater.
Mm.
The
Okay.
Find Your Fade I'm counting as 2 whips because it is 4, 5 skeins of fingering weight yarn.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so here's my terrible card that I scribbled when we did this a year ago. I never did remake it, and it still looks terrible.
So was
It also now
anybody
has
actually
scribblings on the back of new things to do for this year.
was anybody under the impression that you were going to redo the card? Because like I wasn't
I
under the
was.
impression.
I
Okay,
successfully lied to myself for months.
apparently you did really good.
Yeah. Anyway, the row that I finished consisted of vanilla socks, which I've
Okay, good.
done at least a couple pairs of.
Like
Pattern
at least a
socks.
couple pairs.
I did pattern socks. Those are the Reps and Rest socks. Mr. Diana got the vanilla socks, then free space. Non-sock weight socks. I made a pair of chunky socks for siblings partner for Christmas. And that also covers gift socks slash Mr. Diana socks or gift socks. So, as long as FOs can count for more than one square, that's a bingo row. If FOs cannot count for more than one square, then I still manage to miss it because I won't get to check off gift socks.
Well, we gave it to you last year, though this year I'm not giving it to you anymore. 1 FO per square.
Hang on. I've done 2 pairs of socks for Mr. Diana this year.
You did
So
two
one
pairs,
could be the
yes.
vanilla socks and one could be
One
gift
can be
socks.
gift. Because I know up
There
to
we go.
now we've been doing it, but your whips, you have 23 to my 16. So you can't count double FOs anymore because we need to get your whips down.
That's what I have to say to that.
You did it to yourself.
I
Walked
know.
straight into that wall.
And I would
The
have had
fact that
2
I'm
more
encouraging you
bingos.
with giant blanket patterns is neither here nor there. That's not the
I
point
would
of
have
this
had 2 more
conversation.
FOs, or I would have had if I'd finished a lace weight anything, I would have had a row and a column.
Well, yeah, but you were on track to finish stuff and then you just stopped working on things.
I know, because there were new shiny things to work on.
Just fine. You
But
just have to remember this
I
stuff.
feel like our whip sprints the other day reset my brain because I'm like, I want to work on this for 25 minutes, and like, I I just want to like pick 3 things and then rotate through them for sprints now. So I think the whip sprints were really good, yeah, at resetting my brain.
I'm counting.
That's fine. I can keep talking. My top row has been transferred over to my New Year bingo card because I really liked the top row. It was just finish things in different weights of yarn: lace, fingering, sport, worsted, and bulky. So
Okay.
I've just transferred that to my this year's card in a different order so that lace is not in the corner. I left bulky in the one corner, but lace is not in the other corner because lace takes longer.
It does.
And I don't think I particularly transferred anything else. I finished several sweaters. I finished a shawl. I did Fair Isle with the 8-bit and the Steinkrieger. I did textured things. I did the seaming that I wanted. I did not finish any lace projects.
No, you didn't.
But shaping occurred in sweaters. I had lots of crochet finishes. I tried cross stitch and I tried embroidery. Those were not finishes,
Soup.
those were just
Nope,
tries.
we're tries. Yep. Haha, I've cast on my right number of stitches. Okay.
I did not get a spinning finish this year, somehow. Several starts, but no finishes.
Okay.
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
If I did that, it would also give me another bingo.
Yes, it would.
I do not have a sewing finish for the year. I don't think I even did any sewing this year.
I'm sorry. Do you even have your machine, or is it
No.
still sitting at Bee's house?
Yeah. It's not even here.
Okay.
It's fine.
So you're gonna learn how to hand sew because you're never getting your sewing machine back.
Apparently not. Apparently, I'm just never going to remember to ask for it. Is
I'm
how
gonna
that's
message your
working?
husband. I may honestly text message him right now going, for the love of Pete, please collect Diana's sewing machine the next time you're at Bee's house. It's been long enough the internet is making fun of her. What's half of 36? 15.
Plus 3, 18?
18. Yeah.
Sherry says, does mending count as sewing? I did mending. Did I do mending? What did I mend?
No. Okay. For Diana, it would count because this is exactly how much experience she has had sewing.
I don't remember what I mended.
If mending is something you do, you can count completing your mending basket as a square. Because that's an accomplishment. As a person who has a sewing baskets. This person who is sewing in her mending basket all the freaking time. Has to be all of them or it doesn't count. Though I do like the whole whip 20-minute thing. So I'm like cycling 3 projects, 20 minutes on 1, 20 minutes on 2, 20 minutes on 3, and then back to 1. That's worked great.
Yeah, because you get to feel productive, but also you get to do different stuff. What else did I not complete this year? I did not finish a cowl. I started a cowl and got about 4 rows in. I did not finish fingerless mitts. I don't know that I even worked on my fingerless mitts project. I think they were up for debate for a craft off one month and they did not get selected.
It's true.
And I didn't finish any mittens. I worked on the Hufflepuff mittens. But those are a journey and a half, so yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah, but we need to cast on those fairy mittens because I would really like to be wearing them next fall.
I need to finish so many more things. Okay, so that's how that panned out. If I'd finished something in lace and finished a spinning, I would have had 1, 2, 3, 4 bingos.
Ooh, that's a fair amount of bingo.
But, you know, it's the last day. That's not happening.
You're not going to just magically whip out 2 FOs?
I mean, now that I've got Esmeralda and I did like 1 ply in 2 hours, if I like pushed it, I could probably finish a spinning project today, but there's maybe some panic craft off knitting, not knitting,
maybe
cross stitch that needs to happen. There might be some panic crafting that needs to happen tonight.
Maybe
there might need to be some panic crafting tonight.
Debate so. Like that's up for debate. I have a cast on. You guys can find out what it is tomorrow. This is part of a surprise thing. If I show you, it spoils it for Diana. We all like Diana's shocked face, so.
All right. How'd you do on yours? Right. I'm gonna sit here and knit, and you can talk now.
So I split mine into 2 this year for the knitting and the crochet, which wasn't a bad idea, having them split, because I do enough of both. My problem is I just had the wrong things picked. So, like, I finished a sweater, balloon sleeve, in the crochet. Obviously, my free space is my free space. But the other things I had written down for crochet, like blanket FOs, stuffies, they didn't happen. I didn't pick them up. I did leg warmers. Did I do the Dylan cowl set this year?
I think so.
Yeah, it was this year. So yeah, leg warmers, cowl FOs, fingerless mitts FOs. So like I got them, but they're all scattered. Because I like sprinkling the big projects in amongst the little projects, so I don't have a bunch of big projects in any. There is no large FO in any row and or column more than once.
That's smart.
I'm very good about that because that just makes that row or column very difficult to meet. But I didn't really do much. Like I didn't do the seasonal decorations, and I wrote a lot of seasonal decorations in the crochet category because I was so busy with the spooky vibe stuff in October that I didn't have time, right? So that's not going to work. But I did get some done. I have more blanket FOs than I should have on here. I've got to remember blankets take me a lot longer than I think they do. So that's done. That didn't work out so well for me. All right, knitting wise. I did better on knitting, but again, same problem. I had the wrong projects listed for what I actually ended up working on this year. Because I worked on a lot of stuff this year, most of it was accessories. I have sweaters written down. Just, of course I do. Of course I do. I've got a sweater FO, and that's the wood woes. I've got another sweater FO, that's the flat white. I got a free space, obviously that counts. Seasonal decor. I did the Halloween pillow. So many things. So many. The t-shirt FOs. I didn't even cast a t-shirt on. I want to make a knitted t-shirt so bad it's not even funny. I have 3 knitted t-shirt patterns and yarn for them. Haven't cast a single one on. I got the spooky vibes, which counts for a cowl, mitts, and hand warmer set, like fingerless glove set. Seasonal decor, which again, I only had the one. I wanted more than one. What do I got going on here? I don't even know what I wrote to this one.
Squint, squint.
Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to do things on paper. I know I can't do things on paper anymore. Sweater FO, Shapely Boyfriend. Sweater FO, Mom's Shapely Boyfriend. 3 times to get that finished. Yeah. Ah, so good. Socks. Did the cotton socks. Mittens. Did some fingerless mittens. So it's like, I got stuff done. But I didn't get enough in a row. You can see where I colored things in.
Yeah.
So when I was looking at this last week, I was like, hey, I have to come to terms with the fact that this is the last year I'm doing a print version because I can't see well enough anymore. The vision's faded enough that I have to give up after this year. I'm going to stubbornly hang on to 1 year longer than I should because, of course, I am. That is the kind of human being that I am. But I've made some changes to, in theory, structure my goals better so that they make more sense for me. Because there's no sense in having a goal if A, it's unachievable, like get healthy. That's too vague. But I don't want to be too specific either.
Mm-hmm.
So made some changes, and hopefully that helps me with this coming year, and I can then get stuff done. Like I didn't have any new designs written down, like 2 new designs written down. Like I released 4 patterns last year.
Yeah. How's that not even on a bingo card?
And I only had 2 squares denoted to new designs. Like, what's wrong with me? I'm designing more. Like, more squares should be for designs. Because I have 6 sitting on my coffee table right now that I'm currently debating on what to pick up first and how to stagger the releases for next year. Because it's so much planning. So much planning. So I didn't do awful. I just didn't get a bingo because I thought it would be the year of the sweaters last year and I'd pop out like a sweater a month, which in theory I could have done. Because I've proven I could do it. I could do a worsted weight in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I could do a sweater a month. I just didn't because I got distracted with other things. That's fine. I have to remember I get distracted. I have to remember I get distracted.
Because we are squirrels and or magpies, and we like shiny things.
Yes. I mean, my current thought today was like, it's going to take no time. I'll just upload my stash to Ravelry. That's a 2-day project in and of itself. And I know
that
is
a big
and ideally,
undertaking.
It's a project I do with somebody else here. Like I go, hey, Erin, do you want to come over and hang out and help me put my stash into Ravelry? And I sit on the floor and sort things, and she enters it into the computer for me. Ideally, you do that with someone to help make the process easier.
At the very least, more fun.
At the very least, more enjoyable, right? Instead of you sitting on the floor slogging through it by yourself. Woof.
Yeah, no.
Woof. How unenjoyable. Woof. Woof. And yes, I know if Asa's in chat, we need to talk. I know what pattern she wants me to finish first. I just don't wanna. I just don't wanna. I just don't wanna. Well, she was sick over Christmas, so our usual hangout on Christmas Day didn't happen because she was very under the weather, which was super fair, because if you're sick, you need to rest.
Oh, yeah.
I understand that.
More coffee needed.
Well, you did just have breakfast, so you're good. Hi, Phaedra. Bye, Phaedra.
It's all warm and cozy from the shower, and then I've got the window open, so I'm warm and cozy, but there's a cool breeze, and I'm just like, I'm so chill right now. It's great. It's so good.
I've just grown accustomed to that. If we are doing something, you are tired. You're too warm, you're too cold, you're too chill, you're not chill enough. You went to bed on time, you didn't go to bed on time.
No, it's just the chill spot, and I'm I'm so chill and it's nice. I'm sleepy. I'm not actually sleepy. I'm just very relaxed.
I had a very hot bubble bath this morning. I get you. I lied on the bed after the bubble bath. I went, oh, yeah, I'm not moving for a good 30 minutes. So instead, I had a theoretical discussion on what makes a person a decent human being, because, nothing like heavy philosophy for to make your Saturday morning fly smoothly.
No kidding.
While listening to the
Squirrel.
recap of the trials, no, tribunal, what do they call it? They did
I
a
don't
whole
know.
court circus about the trucker convoy thing.
Oh, I don't know. Trial, I guess? I don't know.
I don't think it was a trial, whatever. A jury thing. Anyway, I re-listened to a recap of all that because if you aren't in the know, you're a part of the problem. I really do believe that. And even though it's difficult to listen to, you need to know. I guess I'm going to blow my nose a lot, guys. I've been dusting.
It happens. Also says, I'm in chat. We can talk later today if you don't have plans.
I do not have plans. We can totally talk later today. Plans on New Year's Eve. No, 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 no. I go to bed early in a clean apartment, in clean pajamas, in a freshly made bed, with overnight dough in the fridge rising.
Oh
And I
man, I was
wake
supposed to
up
make dough last night. Oops.
on the 1st of January at 6 in the morning. And it's clean and it's quiet. And I start cinnamon buns and I start the new year off well rested, ready to go. And all I have to do on the 1st of January is chill and craft and chat with you guys this time around. And that's it.
Sounds pretty good.
It's amazing. I am never, ever going back to party nights. Ever. I am done being exhausted and tired and grumpy to start my year off. It just starts the year off on totally the wrong foot. Totally the wrong
What
foot.
have I
I'm
done
sorry,
to
is the
this
paper giving
worsted?
you trouble? It's just a piece of paper, Bug. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
believe in
trouble.
you.
The paper is
You
so much
can win.
trouble.
You can win that fight. Apparently, one of my bingo cards ended up all the way over my hair.
Oh dear.
Whoopsies.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, it's last year's card. I don't need it anymore anyway. So, yes, no, Asa, I'm free to chill and hang out and chat. And I'll probably video game while we chat because that's what I tend to do when we're planning stuff is I play video games so that my brain's partially distracted and I'm not going, deadlines!
All the deadlines.
There's a sure way to stress yourself out. Just put on a little boyfriend dungeon in the background, date some weapons, shout about the New Year's plans. Seems like a good way to spend today. I think so.
I mean, my grand other plan of the day is we have to go back to the phone store and replace Mr. Diana's new phone because he turned it on yesterday and there's a little crescent of dead pixels on the new phone. So
Oh, well, that's not good. Need a phone
no, so we
replacement.
have to go replace the new phone today.
That's a thing you should do today, yes.
That and laundry, cleaning.
Yes.
Because yeah, the clean house thing, totally,
Oh,
totally a
oh,
thing.
just wake up, first day of the year, in a clean house.
Asa says, I'll find something to write on.
Yeah, well, I mean, absolutely. All right, I've
Oh, also,
got.
catching up
I'm
on
sorry.
chat for a second. Sally
Eh,
said in chat a while ago, I'm casting on my January socks today. Excellent. And
I
Jude joined
technically
us and said,
can't.
evening, sorry, late to the party, had to play Taxi. Taxi's
You know,
important.
that's a taxi is important, especially if you are the designated sober person for the evening. I accepted also sock duel, so I'm going to cast on the Stardew Valley Winter Nights socks tomorrow,
Ooh.
which
Okay,
means I
I'm
have to
excited to
find my
see
ball
these happen.
winder today because I want to get casted on tomorrow. Because there is no way I'm working on crochet while we do our cast on party.
No?
No, no, not in a gray. Not in a gray, even in a worsted weight, because it's going to call for a smaller hook to get the density you want for a hat with the
Mm.
structure. So that's not going to work. So I'm going to do the toe of a sock tomorrow because I can do that without looking at it. And I don't care how the socks are structured. if they are cuffed down, I'm going to just reverse the charts and do them toe up because I can do that.
That works. Don't forget and start getting things upside down.
I generally don't do that to myself. So yeah, I've got 2 cast-ons tomorrow, and I've got a cast-on today. So I've already had 3 projects for tomorrow, Diana. How are you doing?
I haven't
4,
wound my
5,
yarn yet. I
6,
figured out the pattern
7.
a while ago. It's open in a tab here. I have to get that on my new phone still, and then I have to wind my yarn and probably do a cast on.
I have
I'll
7
probably cast
things
on
to talk
tonight,
about
so
tomorrow.
or I'll probably cast on today so that I don't have to count during the live tomorrow.
That makes sense. Yeah, just getting your stitches done will help. Your cast-on stitches
Get the
helps
pattern
a ton.
established.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about our cards for this year?
Yeah. I've gone off the rails and done something crazy, so would you like to go first?
Okay. Well, I'm going to start off by saying I still have 3 empty squares on mine. So I'm taking suggestions for bingo squares.
Ooh, that's right. I need to hear what your other squares are first before we start making suggestions.
Yes. I also apologize. I've done my squares in pencil for the moment to make sure that I like what they are and where they are positioned.
We're getting serious about it.
Well, I pulled out the ruler and everything, so like I made it nice. But I apologize that you probably can't read the pencil marks right now, because well, maybe you can. But I want to take the time to write everything out nicely in like the font that I did at the top, and I just didn't get there.
That's fine.
And I want to make sure everything's positioned nicely so that I don't have super impossible rows or columns.
Okay, that's fair.
Asa says, finish shawl, finish shawl, finish shawl. There, 3 squares. I mean, not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay. Wow, Asa with the sass today. How'd that go for you last year, Diana, doing it nicely? Okay, you know what? I actually got a ruler this year, so we're already doing better. There's a ruler. There was a ruler involved, and some thought and some planning. I wasn't scribbling it while we're doing it right here.
Gosh, there's some burn on that.
And yes, Tracy, I did look at everybody's in Discord for ideas. I definitely shamelessly stole ideas from people's bingo cards.
You're like, and I like that one, and I like that one, and I like that one.
So the top row is the same as the top row from last year, just finish things in the different weights of yarn. But I rearranged them so that lace is in the middle and not on a corner. But I left bulky in the other corner because finishing things in bulky is easy.
It's true, it is.
But then I have things like make a gift, make a toy. There's some more tries that I want to do. I want to try Tunisian crochet because I somehow haven't ever done that.
Oh,
I have Tunisian crochet hooks.
I don't even have the hooks. It's the only thing holding me back because I don't have the hooks. If I had the hooks, I would absolutely try some Tunisian crochet.
So I gotta do that. I think it's even like a glittery sparkly hook too. So like I don't know why I've been waiting so long to try Tunisian crochet. So that's on there.
Okay.
I've got try macrame because
I have the instrumental version of Hello, Mother and Father. Here I am at Camp Renata, singing in my ears because I didn't turn my Spotify off.
Nice.
Which just feels really appropriate for what you're talking about right now.
I have no idea what kind of macrame. Maybe I'll make a plant hanger. I don't know.
I want to try macrame so badly. It looks like such fun.
Oh my gosh, I don't have try tatting on here. I thought I was getting the little hooky doodad, the little shuttle thing.
Yeah, but I want to try tatting.
Well, add it to your thing.
It is on one of my things.
Okay, well, maybe I figured out one of my squares right now just by talking it through. I have try felting. I'm not sure whether I mean like needle felting or like felting a finished project like a bag or something. I'm not sure what I mean by try felting. Maybe
If we
both
do
count. I
needle
don't know.
felting, it'll have to be when you're here so you can take a video of me trying to needle felt and not stab myself.
Don't stab yourself. I definitely have stabbed myself doing the cross stitch. Don't do it.
Ooh,
It hurts.
it hurts.
I stabbed myself good too.
Oh, I sew by hand, so like I wear a thimble even
Oh,
when
it
I'm
wasn't
cross
that
stitching.
wasn't the finger I stabbed. I stabbed this one.
How do you
Yeah, I
stab
don't
the
even know how I did it. I like
what?
full on stabbed my finger, my pointer finger.
I don't know about you.
I don't know about me either. And I have tried dyeing as well.
Ooh, good. That's been I want to try solar dyeing.
Yeah, whether it's like solar dyeing with like natural stuff or the Kool-Aid dyeing, or maybe
I'll try the
I
Kool-Aid
actually
dyeing.
like get some acid dyes. I don't know. I bought yarn to try dyeing with like 3 years ago at least, possibly longer. I have
That's a while.
2 skeins of bulky weight yarn that I bought for the express purpose of dyeing, and I just haven't done it.
I want to try with the Kool-Aid.
So I gotta try dyeing.
And I started the process off right, guys, by eating dill pickle garlic dill pickles.
So you have jars?
So I have jars. I have 2 jars.
Also says I need to make my own kombucha to go. It'll go well with the macrame.
Yes, yes, it really would.
Also, the amount of sass, she says, I must be getting better from the flu. Which is great.
You
I'm glad
must.
you're feeling better.
Which is good, yes.
Oof, with the
So
sass.
much sass. Just wait. Just wait till I'm on Zoom with her later. Oh boy.
Let's see. I got a gift, toy. I have repair. Because I have things in my repair basket, so I need to repair things.
Okay.
I have scraps. Make a project out of scraps, or use scraps in a project.
Okay.
Then I have things like modify a finish, like a thing that is currently finished, that something about it bothers me, fix it.
I like it. I like it.
So that could be fixing the size of the yoke on the 8-bit. That's the most complicated one.
Yes.
But it could also be like the neckline on my flax, my orange one, has stretched way out. And I want to do something to stabilize that and make it more crew neck, because right now it's kind of boat neck.
That got big.
Yeah, well, it's superwash, so I wanna shrink it back down to a normal neckband size.
Yeah, you don't really wear boat necks, you wear crew necks.
So, modify a finish. Finish a Christmas gift before December.
I think you put the caveat before December in there.
Before December.
Before. I'm panicking about it.
Doesn't it? I don't have to finish all the Christmas gifts. I just have to finish one single Christmas gift before December.
Okay, okay. Oh, I'm with you. Jeez.
And organize stash. That wasn't specific. I don't know if that was actually on somebody's bingo card, but people have been talking about organizing their stash in Discord. I'm like, I should do that. I'm going to put that on the bingo card.
I feel like it'll be very useful. Does that make sense?
Because I did the whole put it on Ravelry thing, but that was like 5 years ago.
Have you kept it up?
No. So, yeah. What else? I would like to try designing a pattern, because it looks like fun. And also a lot of work, and I might regret having this square later, but it looks like fun, so I want to try designing a pattern.
Oh, I've already managed to drop a stitch. You're great.
Good job.
Good job.
I also have Frog a Whip on my... There's a Frog a Whip square on here.
Microphone drop the needle. Disconnect my microphone.
And then I need to make socks for my dad, so that's on here. I need to make a sweater for Mr. Diana, so that's on here. And I want to make a sweater for my sibling because she needs an old man cardigan.
He's needed an old man cardigan for a very long time. Which
Yes,
microphone
but
am
I'm
I
finally
using?
confident in my sweater knitting abilities, so I'm okay with making sweaters for other people now.
Okay.
But that still leaves me with 3 empty squares.
No, this is not wrong with the finish a shawl, finish a shawl, finish a shawl.
I thought about putting finish a whip, but that like obviously I'm gonna finish some whips, so that felt a little bit like cheating. But I could just put that on there. Okay, let's see
Well,
what
you got one of those
we're
squares you
saying.
wanted to try tatting,
Yes, that's true.
so
Tammy
that
says, can
takes
you
you down.
do accumulating squares, like do X evening in finishing sprints through projects? Ooh, interesting.
I understood the words, but I don't understand the concept. Does that make sense?
Like do so many sprints in like in do evening, do more sprints basically. I can't word. I
You
have no
can't
more
word.
words. I can't. There's no more
Okay,
words.
gotta
The words are
recast that
hard.
on because that stitch does not want to work for me. Okay.
All right, people are saying finish a whip is a good one,
Feasible.
so we're gonna add finish a whip.
Yeah. And tatting. That's two. So we really only have one more to fill.
Try tatting. Okay, so we're down to 1 square. And Tammy also said, do you have kitty litter available in 3-gallon containers? I found it works for dyeing using 5-gallon plastic buckets. 3-gallon is easier to handle, though. So
Yes,
you've
but she
got...
doesn't have a cat.
I don't, but you do. For dyeing.
My cat litter comes in a recyclable plastic bag.
Oh, well, that
Recyclable
doesn't help.
packaging. Yeah. This is the company I buy from.
Okay, that's the sprints thing. Do sprints for 5 different evenings, for example.
Oh, okay. Okay. That actually makes a fair bit of sense. I'm actually thinking uh, you don't have any truly stretch hard goals on there. You have very reasonable goals.
I know. I'm getting increasingly reasonable.
So I'm going to have um you got what, 23 whips? Is that your current total?
Sure. I think that's right.
Do you even know what your total is?
No. I remember the number 26, but that was including the spinning ones, and I don't remember what it was without them. And also, since I did that counter, I finished a couple things because they were Christmas presents.
So why don't we go your challenge square is finish 10 whips.
Ugh. Ugh.
That's
But I
approximately
already
a
have
whip.
finished a whip. What if I
Yeah,
do
that's
blanket?
fine.
That's a stretch thing, right?
You could do a
Blanket?
blanket. I would accept a blanket. You need a big, beefy stretch goal. Like you need something that is actually going to cause you to sit and think, how am I going to do this? To stretch that skill set of yours.
I'm gonna swap this finish a whip square with blanket though, because I'm finish a whip's gonna go in the corner. Because I'm
Okay.
definitely going to do that. Finish
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
whip.
Yeah, don't put the
Because I don't
blanket
want to
whip in
put
the corner.
I don't want to
No.
put the challenge square in the
In
corner.
the corner. Don't do that.
And this
Don't
is
do
why I
that.
did it in pencil. Here we go.
Don't do
Here we
that.
go.
Because that'll definitely give you the excuse to cast on a blanket. And I'm not saying you can't do a bulky blanket. You could do a bulky blanket.
I definitely could. That'll still take me plenty long enough. I know
Yes.
Mikey from Crochet Crowd did the bulky blanket in like 3 days, but you know what? I'm not a professional crocheter. It will take a while. And I'll get distracted.
Not to mention the rows get long.
Da-da. Um. Oh, Knitting Purple says make something for charity. I've actually never done that. That would be a good one. Also says, you're planning to do whip sprints on YouTube. Why not have make 10 whip sprints? There's the thought. Ow. And I'm stabbing myself with pencils now. I also like this
Giving her
charity
too
one,
many
though.
good ideas.
I know. Now I have 1 square and 2 ideas. Does it have to be 10 whip sprint things? Can I do like 5 whip sprint things? Does it
I
have to
like
be
how you're
10?
negotiating that down.
I am, because that's like 10 months. It won't finish until October.
Yeah, I've
I can do
recast it
10.
on.
I'll put 10.
I've recast it on. Now I'm going to put that down because that's just attaching in the round on DPNs,
Stream
doing a live. It's not a
10
thing.
whip
I have learned.
sprints. There. Okay, I filled it in. Stream 10 whip sprints.
Oh, that's a good thing I'm available for these whip sprints, hey? They're not going to count for any of my cards because I write in pen. All right, sure, cool. But hey, we got your bingo card full.
Oh, and there's hats. People are suggesting hats, and also saying I could do 6 whip sprints because that's one every other month. But whatever. I wrote it. It's 10. It's 10 now.
That's it. We're done. We've committed.
I haven't put it in pen yet, but okay. There we go.
So I decided to change it up. And I put my one bingo card together, and I made it for crochet or knitting.
Okay. Hang on. Charity knitting here.
And I made 2 top 9 challenges, sort of like the top make 9 that Instagram does every year.
Yeah. Woo!
Except I did one for sewing and one for other crafts and DIY projects, which seems far more reasonable to me. Instead of 3 full bingo cards. Let's go with one.
Yeah, I did wonder about the 3 whole bingo cards. That
I wasn't doing too bad. Like, I finished stuff. I just didn't finish anything I had bingo card squares for, which was what was making me grumpy the other day. So I vagued it up a lot. I did State of the Whip FO. FO garment. New design. Knit along FO. Just an FO. Whatever I choose to finish. A sock FO. I have another State of the Whip FOs. More new designs. Garments. You get the idea. I want to finish things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toy FO. Free space. More socks. See, I separated the State of the Whip from the FO garments because the State of the Whip stuff is like last year's whips.
Right. Okay.
There's no way I'm not casting on this year. That's
crazy talk. Not casting on this year.
But I did leave it very vague. I do have 2 knit along FOs because we do the quarterly FOs and we have the podcast anniversary. So like I have the podcast anniversary spring, summer, and fall. I've got 4 cows running this year, to which I can endeavor to try to get 2 of them finished on time, right? Which again gives me 50-50 odds. Those are reasonable odds for me. For me, they're reasonable odds. But I stayed away from specifics like blankets and stuff, because what if I'm not in the mood to work on a blanket? So it's not going to work, right? And because it's knitting or crochet, any of it counts. And I'm considering it a win if I fill it all in, because that's 25. 25 FOs in 1 year is actually not unreasonable for me.
That seems entirely reasonable.
So, nothing fancy. Vaguer than last year, which was vaguer than the year before, but I'm hoping this year we got that right balance of accomplishment and freedom to just cast on whatever I'm in the mood for. Right? So, of course, like this year, of course, it'll all be sweaters, right? Of course it will be. And hats. The Make 9 ones I went a little bit of a different route. I was vague, but I gave myself the opportunity for bonus points. So for the top 9 craft challenge, I wrote things like spinning project, new craft. This makes sense, right? Cross stitch, homemade house challenge, which means make something homemade for the homemade house challenge. because I'm trying to convert my house to as homemade as possible. It could be something as simple as a pillow for a chair, like just something.
Also suggesting we could both have make project pages on the card. Not Ravelry, but a
Embroidery.
page with the info for yarn needles, start date, etc.
It's just one more thing I have to do on a screen, so no. I'm gonna try to do it on the Ravelry because people will bug me and it's a bit of an easier shortcut, but everything we add to screens takes away from the amount of time I can work. Because I have a very hard cutoff line as to it. My vision gets blurry and I can't use the computer anymore. Or I can, but it's navigated by screen reader, and I go ahead and invite everybody to cover their eyes with a shawl, turn on their screen readers on their computer, and try to function. Let me know how it goes.
I've done it. It's hard.
Yeah. The other card I went with was Sewing Challenge. And this is the one where I gave myself space for extra points because I started sewing projects, but I didn't finish anything this year for sewing projects, other than cleaning up my mending basket, which I'm very proud of because having a empty sewing mending basket is an accomplishment in and of itself.
Yeah.
So for this one, I was a little more specific, like new winter coat, because I have the pattern and fabric cut out for a new winter coat. So like just get it sewn together. Finish that project. A history outfit, and then I put 2 little squares inside my big square, so that if I make a second history project, I get bonus points. Nice. Skirt and vest.
So Sherry begs.
Yes, but that's work, so it has to happen because I need to be done in May. I actually have to be done your lining and get it combined together in May so I can give it to you. So, like, that's Austin's blanket sitting there in that beige bag in the corner. I gotta get that started too. That's work stuff. That's not a whole other list of things to do work related. Empty mending bin, again. I have it on for this coming year because I really love having that finished. Walking skirt. I have 2 squares in the walking skirt. Where's I got? Hobbit dress. I want a hobbit dress.
Ooh.
I want a cottage core hobbit dress.
Is that like a pinafore thing with the shirt underneath? Oh,
yeah.
That'll be so cute.
I want. I don't have fabric for the right note of Mrs. Frazzle Hobbit vibes. So, like, there's a trip to the fabric store in my future.
Oh, no. Hardship.
But there's a trip to the fabric store in my future anyway because I need to make some basic shirts. So I need to get some boring, basic white linen. That's what I need to get. I need to get some white linen, some black linen, some gray linens. Just make some basic shirts. I need some basic shirt colors. But I want a hobby dress. I keep watching everybody making hobby dresses, and I want a hobby dress. And again, they're basically pinafores. They're not hard. They're not hard.
No.
Will I do a full circle? No, I'll probably do a 3/4 or a half circle because I don't need that much volume.
They're very poof.
Woof. There's a lot of wind in my province.
Around and like helicopter up into the air.
My province comes with enough wind that a half circle is enough trouble.
Well, Tammy says, as long as there is one little thing in the mending basket, nothing seems to join it. Let me finish it, and 7 things jump into the basket.
Yes. That's usually how it goes, isn't it? New shirt. I did 3 little squares because I desperately need shirts. Summer dresses. It says summer dress. I put 2 squares in because I'm like half done 2 summer dresses. And I wrote pirate shirt. I gave myself 2 squares.
Pirate shirt? Oh, smart.
2 pirate shirts. 1 pirate shirt is not sufficient.
No.
I need 2. So I did 2 make 9 smaller cards. Smaller. They're just still the size of my head. Guys, listen. It's the size of font I need. And 1 bingo card. So they're all going to still go where they normally live, which is just off screen here on my corkboard. But I'm hoping this helps hone, like narrow down and get me functioning on things. It's like I got embroidery listed on one of the craft ones, and I got cross stitched, and I've got new crafts on here. That means I could practice my embroidery while I'm repairing my quilt blanket that I have.
Ooh,
my summer quilt. And that counts for the square, but it also lets me mend something at the same time. So I'm hoping that helps. Because I get close and I get more done every year, but I'm just not getting the right things done. So I'm hoping this helps fine tune things a little bit for me.
Well, it's so
Because there
hard
was
to
a lot of
know,
thinking.
like, now what you're going to want to work on next October.
Oh, God, I have no idea.
Like, when you made your bingo card last year, you had no idea you were going to do all the spooky vibe stuff and the Rebel
wasn't
MCAL and.
wasn't even a glimmer in my eyeball.
Yeah, and
No
that just,
idea
like,
that work
completely
was
threw off
coming to
everything for the bingo
haunt me.
card, so, yeah.
So like, okay, cool. This year I know I am doing a new thing for the Spooky Vibes collection. And I know I need to start it in April.
Mm hmm. Oh, I 100% plan on starting all my Christmas stuff in April.
It's just a good way of doing things. I do the same thing I do every year. Take the request lists in July. And if you don't get your request in, you either get nothing or you get whatever floats my boat. And it's your fault for not getting your request in on time.
I have the notion
That's
that everybody
wise.
can get matching slipper socks next year.
Okay, that's not a bad idea. On the bright side, that means we've gone through the bingo. Why do I have a random piece of paper?
Jen's already started
Oh,
next year's Christmas gifts. Oh my gosh, you're so
which would
prepared.
truly be the smart thing to do.
I
Wait
need
a
a Christmas break. I need a break from Christmas. April sounds like a good time.
April sounds like a good time. Just making piles of paper mess on the floor.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Nothing could go wrong.
Ooh. In my mission to make a pretty bingo card this year, do I need to pull out the markers?
I feel
And
like the answer is yes.
I think that's the actual. No, wait, hang on. I have pens. I have colored pens.
Ooh, colored pens?
I have colored pens, like the nice ones too. I don't have to use markers.
This marker business.
Markers. Nothing wrong with markers. It's just easier to write small with pens.
It is easier to write small with pens. I don't disagree with you.
Jen wants to make 3 half and half triangle wraps with my hand spun and a commercial yarn for my mom and sisters. If I have time, I will do an extra for my daughter. That's a lot. Okay.
Look at how long these rows are.
That's very long.
They're off the screen. They're so long. It's the last repeat for my sister's blanket.
Oh, I remember what I was going to ask with this bingo card wrap up. Of
Okay, I'm
all
with you.
the things that you worked on or finished or whatever, of all the squares you checked off, what thing are you the most proud of?
The wood woes. My God, did I put that off?
Yep.
I guess who needs to go back and make it longer? That would be me.
I think for me, I'm between the 8-bit and the Steinkrieger.
Okay, yeah.
Because the 8-bit, because that was intense color work.
It was such a long whip.
It was, yeah. But the Steinkrieger, because I did it in 3.5 weeks and I didn't know I could do that.
So excited.
So I'm equivalently proud of those for different reasons.
That's a really good idea. I sort of sit and wonder, are you going to do the Steinkrieger again for February's sweater challenge? And make Mr. Diana his?
Oh yes, he's absolutely getting one. He's gone from I'm not sure if I want a matchy matchy sweater to when's my sweater gonna be done? So it needs to happen.
February it is. So that means you've got to get 2 FOs in January.
Yep.
So what's the closest to FO there, my dear?
I mean, the socks are going pretty well. Oh, but vanilla socks don't count. I'm not counting vanilla socks. Because I
For
need
your
a vanilla
FOs?
sock
Yeah,
to
no,
work
no, no,
on.
no.
Yeah, I need vanilla socks at all times.
Yeah, you
So
said
they don't.
you didn't want to count those.
Vanilla socks do not. Well, they count as like FOs. I guess it would count as a fingering weight FO. Also, Dad's getting vanilla socks, and he's got a square. So, but yeah, the the podcast knit-alongs don't count, and the vanilla
No.
socks don't count.
Okay. So then, what two things you're going to finish in January so you can cast on a sweater in February?
I don't know.
Because
We'll
we were
figure that
having
out
this
later.
debate in the mod chat. Because I am absolutely willing to finish that Mohair Merino medley and Kingsflame for you. But
I
I don't think
will
you get to
dig those
count the
out and
work.
pack them.
I don't think you get to count the work. I think I should be able to count the work.
Oh no, you get to count those. I just get my needles back and fewer things in my bin.
Yes. Well, yeah, because before you pack them, you need to tell me how many stitches per inch you're getting, or over
Yeah.
4 inches, so I can tell you what size needle you have to switch out to so that I can work on it, because our gauges are
Right.
different.
Yes. I assume I'm sizing up at least one, probably two
Oh,
needle sizes.
probably one or two easily. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just need to know what your gauge is that you're getting.
Oh, for things other people are proud of. For Asa, she's proud of her the crochet blanket.
She did a really good job. Her granny stripe blanket looks so good. Looks so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Jen is almost finished the first triangle wrap, and they're the most fun and mindless knit ever. I love working on it. Oh, I like mindless knits. That's why I have vanilla socks.
So I'm like, why are you casting on another lace shawl pattern? You never finish them.
I aspire to finish them.
Okay. Okay.
Tracy's frogging old whips today.
It was so satisfying to frog my old whips, and I was aggressive, guys. Aggressive. I think in the second part of the state of the whip, I decided to rip something while we were talking. And I've already denoted that yarn for my February sweater 2 week sweater challenge with Louise.
Sherry's pointing out I have done some work on lace shawls, I think is what we were talking about at the time.
Yes. But some
Tracy's
is not
proud
an
of
FO.
Tracy's proud of learning crochet.
Some
Sherry's
people are
proud of
getting geared up for the 365 Granny Crochet Challenge. I'm so excited. I'm hoping
yeah, I'm like,
people do
ooh, I
that.
want to do that. Oh wait, I did that already, and I stopped at like 60 something. Never
You
mind, I'm
did.
good. I still have a bag of those that I need to do something with.
Sew them together and donate them to charity. That's what I did with most of mine.
I have 60 some of those. I bet I could make another weird patchwork cardigan
Yes, you could.
or blanket. Does that count as my blanket?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Jen's proud of the unbearable hoodies that she finished for the girls. They are the cutest. They are so freaking cute, those hoodies.
The little bears on them. So cute.
Sherry's proud of getting some whips cleared out and proud of how much yarn I can hide.
You know,
I mean,
it's a serious
sure.
skill. It's a serious skill. Has everybody ordered their sock clubs for the year or their DK skein for the month?
Mm.
Because I certainly made sure my DK tweed was good to go.
Yeah, I think I gotta go tweed. I think I should just confirm with Erin which one I decided. I don't remember. I gotta go look back at our messages.
Probably best to get that in because I know her early January is very busy.
Yeah.
I have December's yarn hanging out behind me. It's up there
Mm.
somewhere in that pile that I'm currently cleaning. There's a skein of December sock club yarn. It's less Star Trek. This here is Buffy.
I know, I'm so excited.
I saw the inspiration boards. Oh. I was looking through it. I'm like, well, Sherry's going to need a sweater quantity of this. Dara's going to need a sweater quantity of that. She's like, yep. She's like, here's yours. I'm like, yup. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Nikki says, my cardigan version of the 2-week sweater challenge I did. Uh, mods. I did mods. Steels. I did all over. I did all over color work. I made a belt. Yes. That's cool.
I like belts. I'm now
Tammy
crocheting
is
on my sister's blanket.
proud of. Oh no, chat! Stop chatting. Keep moving the
Chat,
message.
stop chatting. Read faster. Interact more.
Oh, Nikki was doing steeking. The color work.
That is
Yes.
impressive.
I haven't done that. I'm still scared of that.
Oh, I have to update my wish list because Susanna asked me to. I need to do that today.
When she put pockets in it. Okay, sorry. Tammy is proud of cleaning out fabric scraps and fabric projects.
Yes.
And fabric not going to happen. 3 people doing projects, and I'm down to 2 18-inch drawers.
Oh,
not bad.
Beautiful.
Not bad at all.
Oh, I was like a weight off my shoulders when I cleared out my patterns, and I just got rid of patterns I'm never going to use.
Sherry says, oh no, another sweater quantity. Better get knitting.
Oh, yeah, no, better get knitting. Because I'm like, they're just not my colors. They're so pretty, but they're not. They're Sherry colors.
Oh, ow, snap, crack.
And really, in the end, you have more sweaters. That's not really a hardship.
No, not a hardship in the slightest.
Do you know what I think I'm going to have to also rip? Because I don't have the desire to work on it. My garter marler.
Oh.
I think I'm going to let it go.
Actually, pulled that out of my bin as I was figuring out what the craft off things should be for January. And I'm like, oh, I want to work on this right now.
See, and it's the only sweater when I looked at my sweaters when I posted where I went, nope.
So I very nearly put it in for the thing, and I'm like, no, wait. I need something small and transportable.
Yeah, you're in motion next month.
Yeah, gotta factor in that week, that travel week.
Airplane knitting.
Yeah. So it's socks or a 1 skein cowl.
I mean, I voted with Asa, so. Yeah, I put 2 sweaters on. My 2 new sweaters. Because I could. And it's solidly, like I've only looked at Instagram, and it is solidly Nordic Nights. And then poor Karen wants the Milky Way sweater. I have no idea what the thing's doing on like YouTube here or on Facebook, but like on Instagram, solidly Nordic Nights is what I checked it this morning, and I went, nice. Okay. I think that might be the sweater I'm working on, guys.
Well, I guess we'll find out for sure
till tomorrow. Yeah, it's good. Have you set your
craft off stuff?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any other challenges or New Year's Eve resolutions that they're going to do this year?
Ooh. That's a good one.
Because like last year I did the whole anything. Because I did the whole last year we did the stacking the habits thing. Was it the highly effective habits book that we both read?
Atomic Habits.
So I started stacking my habits, and that's worked great.
That
has worked really great.
Going for a walk in the morning before work. As part of my getting ready routine.
Yeah, so you do this, you do that. See, it's where it's like I'm in the kitchen, I'm doing dishes. I'm either taking them out of the dishwasher, putting them in the dishwasher. Like I'm doing one of those things every time I'm in the kitchen cooking. So like I've been able to keep track on top of my dishes and keeping my kitchen clean that way.
I do the dishwasher while I'm making coffee in the morning.
Yeah. When I make coffee in the morning, I'm feeding my cat.
Fair. That's also an important habit. I do sprints. I do cleaning sprints to keep the house clean.
Oh, nice.
Started doing that, I think back in the fall, and it's just It's been so good. My house is
Works
so
good for you?
clean. Yeah,
Good.
it works great. I love it. You just focus on a different room each, or not even, yeah, you focus on a different room for half an hour every day, and your
Yeah,
house
that
is
sounds
just
about
always
right.
like 90% clean.
Yeah, it's like me. I do one chore a day. I have a two-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
It's the same as focusing on one room for 30 minutes. I definitely need to start stacking my sewing habits so that I get more consistent. So, like, do this, that means now I sew, or I'm ironing, or I'm pinning, or like I'm doing something for sewing. I need to get more consistent with that.
Also, is gonna have our craft off results around 11 Jocelyn time tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Oh, you know what I have to do today?
What?
I have to finish my Goodreads challenge stuff and prep for next year's.
Oh man, I have 2.5 hours left in my audiobook, and I've met my reading challenge for the year.
Can you do it? Can you do it? I think you can do it.
I think I can do it.
You
I
still have
mean,
a
we're not going
huge
out
chunk of
tonight.
day.
My plan is to sit probably right here and craft and take in media of some sort.
That's fair. I didn't have a plan. Now I do.
Jen plans on participating in her gym's CrossFit Open this spring, and I want to do the modified
Oh.
version, not the functional version like last year. Nice.
Is the
CrossFit
modified version
is.
easier than the functional version?
I have no
Like, is
idea.
functional version hard mode and then like modified regular mode? Or is that like the other way around?
I don't know. Oh, and she also wants
Because
to
like,
participate in a couple of running races again in 2023.
that makes
Functional is
sense.
the easiest.
Okay. So you're going to hard mode.
Ugh,
That's going to be a heck of a
CrossFit
push. So
is
like CrossFit is hard.
CrossFit's intense. I no, I don't like CrossFit.
It's not my cup of tea,
For
guys. I like swimming laps and doing yoga.
Raspberry's three goals for the year are: one, more out than in; two, have plans for incoming yarn and document it; and three, start projects from my queue. Start
Yeah, some
projects from
people.
my queue. Yeah, I never do that. I have a queue in Ravelry and I never.
I finally got rid of all the things in my queue because the last time I looked at my queue was like 2018. I went, I'm not using you. But then again, guys, I had to clear out a bunch of cart stuff because I had so much stuff in my cart just chill and wait for me to purchase, including some things that I want to. I just can't afford to right now
Oh,
because I
so
want to make
modified
more
CrossFit is like the middle hard.
middle hard. Okay, so you've gone from easy to normal, and then after normal, there's hard mode, and then there's God mode, and that's just out to lunch. Don't ever do God mode.
God mode is God mode like where you can do push-ups with like one hand with your feet up in the air.
Maybe,
Pretty sure I've seen people do that on the internet. I'm like, sorry, what now?
maybe. Let know. I'm currently working on doing the handstand yoga maneuver. So it's like you've got your arms out and you got your head rested here, and then your body is straight up. I still can't do it without a wall behind me yet. So I'm still working on my core sense of balance for that. But I want to at the end of next year, I want to be able to do that handstand without needing a wall.
Well, I can't do a handstand at all, so
And it took a whole year for me to get to the point where I could do the handstand. And I don't need like the chair to get that way. I can just go from the ground into handstand pose. So I have made progress. Just haven't made enough
that's
progress to
awesome.
do it for me down. So I mean, what, 20 years in with yoga, I'm still learning stuff.
Jude wants to finish my professional qualification and get my free time back for fun things like reading and crafting.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Raspberry also has personal goals. Oh, for personal goals, date night once a week, family board game once a week, walk 5 times a week, and house budget once a week. Some solid goals.
I have to do some budgets are so handy to have. I need to sit down and do some cost analysis between homemade and store bought because homemade is not always cheaper.
Depends on the thing and how much labor goes into it.
Yeah. And the core, like the cost of the ingredients itself. So I need to sit down and do some of that and rework the balance between what I make from scratch, what I buy, and how I find the balance in between with my allergies, so
Mm.
that I am using my money effectively. You know,
Okay, so Jen's CrossFit level is doing muscle ups over the bar and pull ups unassisted and the heavy weights. I can do none of those things.
pull-ups are hard.
Okay, so Jen is already God mode compared to me. I am a limp noodle.
You a limp noodle?
I am a limp noodle and Jen is God mode.
Okay. Jen has me beat, but that's okay. Again, I like to swim laps and do yoga.
Oh yeah, that was my other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to do like just like 5 or 10 minutes of yoga before bed.
Yeah, do some calming meditative stuff that helps set you in the mood to sleep.
Yeah. So walk in the morning, yoga at night. Those are
Yeah,
my like health goals.
good health goals. I do my yoga in the morning. So get up, bathroom, make coffee, feed cat, do yoga, make breakfast. They're all just, once I start, I just keep going until I'm done the end of the list. So like, radio morning program is on. I have to be doing something in the realm of feed cat, make coffee, do yoga. That's what my
Yeah,
brain
my
says.
whole morning routine. A secondary goal that's not officially a goal is to wake up earlier. But with all the stuff that I want to slash need to do in the morning before I start work, I just have to get up earlier to do all of the things. So it's like a secondary goal that I don't need to state because it just has to happen if the other goals are supposed to happen.
You were doing really well there for a bit. Like you were seeing the pros to having a steady
For
sleep
yeah,
schedule
like
and getting
six
up in
months
the
before the
morning.
pandemic, yeah, like
Yeah, you were
there was a
rocking
whole
it and
thing
you
there.
were you were feeling so good
I
and you
had
were
arm
getting so
muscles
much
for the
stuff
one
done.
time in my life. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
You were getting so much done. Yeah. And then it all went to snot.
Yes, well, the world went to snot, so
Oh, if anything, the exercising, like the yoga and stuff, kept me sane. Having that normalcy routine. Oh,
yeah. I just so much changed all at once because I also happened to be leaving a job at the exact same time, so
uh-huh.
there were so many reasons I didn't have normalcy. That was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah. Your husband was gone. You were getting rid of your apartment. You were moving to a new province. Pandemic hit. You left your job and you had to get moving to a new job. You had a lot on the go.
It was a lot. It was a big stress time.
The only
So
normalcy was me every week going, okay, let's record.
yeah, honestly, yeah.
When in doubt, call your Jocelyn. Jocelyn doesn't believe in holidays. She believes in work.
Apparently.
Hey, listen, it helped keep you on the straight and narrow.
Tammy says
Gave you a
CrossFit
reason
was
to craft.
I, crafting was also very important. Tammy says CrossFit was fun when I tried it at age 55, and they experienced modifying stuff, then getting real about modifying things. I'm not a slug, but enjoyed the 1 month trial while lots of aspirin. Oh, apparently Jen is not yet doing muscle ups, etc. She aspires to do those things at the moment.
I think
So
that'd
she
be
hasn't
great.
attained God mode quite yet.
Just imagine how easy those water jugs are going to be once you can muscle up.
Oh my god.
You can't, you know. You're going to be like, water bottles. Let's do this.
One finger,
Just
let's go.
run in circles around the teenager you've got on staff. Come on, go faster. Ah! The teenager goes home. How do old people do so much in a day? No? Isn't that the prerogative of
Sherry
all
has a good
parents
goal.
and adults?
Sherry's
More
goal is to be
snacks?
nicer to herself.
That is an amazing goal, and everyone should do that to themselves.
That is a very good goal.
Trying to convince myself to have more snacks is a reasonable goal. No?
I mean,
More
your goals
snacks
can
is not
be whatever you want your goals to be.
I do not need more snacks in my life. I snack enough, thank you. We get to snack tomorrow. It's episode 300.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm snacking for that. Might have to go get something today because everything's gonna be closed tomorrow.
Yes, it's true.
I think I'm gonna go to the fancy donut store that is next to the mall where the phone store is. I think is what's happening today, so that I have a fancy donut for tomorrow. It won't be fresh, but it'll do.
I was thinking about making something with pumpkin. Pumpkin loaf, pumpkin cookies, pumpkin cake.
Solid plan.
And I'll just do that tomorrow morning.
Also says define snack. Snack can be healthy stuff like fruit and vegetables.
It can, and I do like snacking on vegetables. I'm not a huge fruit person, but I do like snacking on veggies. But I was talking desserty snacks.
Yeah, you gotta have something unhealthy for 300.
Well, I figure
I don't know
pumpkin
why.
cake's pretty unhealthy. Should be fine.
Sounds pretty good. I can make more of those gochujang cookies. Maybe I'll do that.
Spicy cookies. Ugh.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Okay, never mind. Never mind the stale donut idea. I'm making gochujang cookies.
Okay.
That's a better idea.
That's a very good idea. Are you ready for all 7 projects I'm bringing tomorrow?
7. Well, with our whip sprints, I actually don't know how many I have. There's this one, and then there's
I had
the
to
craft
count.
off.
Oh crap! It might be
How
more
many
than
did I
7.
work on? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it still only 4? Did I only work on 4 things the other day?
You were really focused on trying to get that cardigan done.
Maybe I only have 4.
Okay.
Okay, well.
I've got clay sweater, Nordic Nights, sock, Sherry's blanket, craft off. 2 I haven't told you about.
Awesome.
I have 8. Speaking of being distracted.
Tammy suggests Doritos and ice cream as snacks for tomorrow.
I mean, ice cream, yes.
Ice cream's also a solid idea. Oh no, there's too many good ideas now. I'm hungry.
Well,
I need snacks today.
Didn't you just eat breakfast just before we started?
Yeah, but it was a slice of toast. Like a single slice of toast.
That's not breakfast. That's a snack.
It was a breakfast snack. Anyway, so I need to have real food now.
Crazy lady.
And then go to the phone store.
The bright side, we're done the bingo card wrap up, so we've done what we came here for.
In fact, talked about goals and things for next year. I like it.
We did.
I guess that's it.
That's it. I could do as an outro, should you desire.
Sure.
And give it 20 seconds to let chat catch up. Which is perfect, because I just finished this row, which means I need to go rewatch the tutorial from Mikey on what I'm doing for the next row. I think it is single crochet.
I've also just finished a round on my sock.
Because if I keep working on this tonight, I might have 2 FOs.
I'm not going to have an FO, but look at the progress on that sock. That's just this week.
Well, this is the longest row is the puff stitches.
Oh, yeah, puff stitches are so
They
long.
take a very long time. So even though I have multiple more rows to go, they're all double crochets, single crochets, and 1 row of treble crochet, single crochet. So like the hardest row is done, and Sherry only wanted 1 more repeat. So I'm literally, that's once I'm done this repeat, I do the finishing stuff, and I'm finished this blanket. So maybe 2 FOs tomorrow? We'll see how far I get distracted with the cast on when I'm going to finish, now that we're done this. And how long I spend gaming.
Well, chat seems to be quiet, so I think we should
Good.
wrap this up.
Cool. In which case, I'm going to say until tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
I'm
In less than
Jocelyn.
24 hours.
In less than 24 hours. I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your New Year's Eve takes you, don't forget to knit.
Don't forget to knit. Bye, everybody.